So the next part here, I'll tell you, it's speaking. It says they كلما جاءت أخراها ردت إليها أولاها. Every time the first part passed over it, right? كلما جاءت the last part finishes, the first one starts, right? Remember I told you that day. But there's a riwayat also from Muslim Sharif, which is كلما مرت عليها أخراها ردت عليها. So the one riwayat says kullama jazat. Jaza means pass. So ulama explained the difference between the two meanings is this here. One is they saying the same one will be going around and around. And the other one, the Muslim Sharif riwayat, means that when the one group finishes, another group will start. You understood that? There's a difference in the two riwayats. So you say they will make like a circle. They will make like a circle. And they will go right. So the riwayat of Muslim Sharif says, كلما جازت أخراها ردت عليها أولاها. But the riwayat here in Mishkaat Sharif, which means the different groups will go over him, right? You understood it? So that's 57. But we just do the difficult words. Then the other one is this here. Other difficult thing is this here, which speaks about the oxen. ولا صاحب بقر ولا غنم لا يؤدي من حق إلا كان يوم القيامة بطح لها بقاع قرقر. You will be thrown headlong in the field. لا يفقد منها شيئا ليس فيها أقصاء ولا جلحاء ولا أضباء. What this means, all this here, the oxen that will headbutt him, they won't have deficient horns. They won't have, they will have proper sharp horns to poke him. When people say poke, they want to stab him, right? You understood that part? Look what it means. So what it says, what it means effectively is this here. ليس فيها أقصاء. أقصاء comes from سمع يسمع. So it won't have like round horns. So from the cattle, his cattle, it not just guys. It won't have rounded horns, because rounded horns is not so painful. It's gonna have the sharp. So wala aqsa'u, right? Then wala jalha'u. It won't have broken horns. It will have the full horn, right? Wala adba'u. Refer to the hornless. Wala adba'u can refer to a hornless cattle or a hornless sheep or goat, right? So what is saying? What is saying there? They're saying that the animals will have the full, sharp, long horns to poke, to stab this person. They did not pay the zakat, not to protect us. Nataha yantahu refer to headbutt somebody, to knock somebody. Like if you know, some people have hard heads, you know, they fight with you, they knock you on the head. You don't see that. You saw that anytime. So this is like it's called to headbutt. Then interesting thing here is the Sahaba Ikram asked Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam about the horses. What is the masla with regards to the zakat on the horses? But if you look at Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he never answered zakat upon whether there's zakat on the horses or not. He spoke about something else, and you done something similar to this in the Quran. You know, they say in the Quran there's a verse, it says, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ قُلْ هِيَ مَوَاقِيتُ لِلنَّاسِ وَالْحَجِّ. They ask you about the moon. Now, I don't know if you can remember this verse you done in the Quran. They ask you why the moon get big and why the moon gets small. Why sometimes a moon appears full, sometimes the moon doesn't appear full. Rashid, come forward, please. Right? Why sometimes the moon appears full, why sometimes it doesn't appear full. So they're asking you about the astronomy, or the astrological part of it. But Nabi Sallallahu said, no, هي مواقيت للناس والحج. It is a means of calculating the time. So this is called, you must have done this in Balagha. Luqman is called Uslub al-Hakim. What is it called? Uslub al-Hakim. When somebody asks you a question and you turn attention away from that question because you feel that answer is not relevant at this point in time. You understand what I'm saying? The answer is not relevant at this point in time. I want to draw your attention to something more important. I want to draw your attention to something more relevant. You understood what I'm saying? So they asked, the Sahaba Ikram asked Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, look, I want you to look at the Arabic text again. They asked him, see they, right, so, okay, we done that, those animals will headbutt him, etc., etc. Yeah. So they said, قيل يا رسول الله فالخيل قال فالخيل ثلاثة هي لرجل وزر وهي لرجل ستر وهي لرجل أجر فأما التي له وزر فرجل ربطها رياء وفخرا ولواء. Right? You check it. So instead of giving the masla of now whether there's zakat on horses or not, there's a separate issue. So the Shawafi say this means, there's no zakat on horses. According to Shawafi, there's no zakat on horses. That's why Nabi Sallallahu drew the attention to somebody else. So Nabi Sallallahu said, okay, don't worry about whether there's zakat on horses or not, but I want to draw your attention to something more important. Like I told you, this can be very relevant to our conveyances that we have in today's day and age, right? So according to Ahnaf, there is zakat on horses. There is zakat on horses. We will do that later on, inshallah. How do you calculate the zakat on horses? But we just at this point in time, Nabi Sallallahu didn't want to speak about the zakat. He thought it prudent to draw the attention to something more important, a more important lesson. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So remember this is important. The same words of Nabi Sallallahu the Shawafi interpreted in a different manner, and the Ahnaf interpreted in a different manner. The Shawafi say the fact that Nabi Sallallahu didn't answer about the zakat on horses means that there's no zakat on horses. We say no, Nabi Sallallahu doesn't say there's no zakat, but at this point in time, maybe he wanted to draw the attention of Sahaba Ikram to something more important. You understand? So you see, he said there's three types of horses. One is وأما التي له ستر فرجل ربطها في سبيل الله ثم ليس ولم ينس حق الله في ظهورها ولا رقابها فهي له ستر وأما التي هي أجر the first one, sorry, I got wrong. فأما التي له وزر, that horse which is for him a burden, right? All right. رجل ربطها رياء, he keeps it out of وفخرا, out of pride and arrogance. ولواء, liwa'an, just check it there. Liwa'an means like, here's a dictionary. Just check, liwa'an means to harm the people, to harm the Muslims. So the first horse is the first type of horse. In our context, we say conveyance will be that which becomes a burden, it becomes a sin for you. One is to show people. I told you we discussed a bit about this. You buy a vehicle purely for your comfort because you need it, but you want to buy this vehicle so people say you want to make a statement. People must see, oh, check what vehicle this person got here, right? So for show, that's the first one. Fakhra wa riya'an. Just checking on your phone there what liwa'an means there. It's word in the front, see there. That word which is there, what's it? Waliwa'an. Check it. Check it. Luqman, check it on the phone, Luqman. Right? So fakhra wariya'an, I told you it means you buy it purely. Why don't you buy a good vehicle for your own comfort? But here you say, people must see, mashallah, this man, check what car he got, what vehicle he got. So that's what that means, right? Huh? Flag, Liwan is flag, yeah, but in this context it has another meaning. Huh? What you got, the Liwan or Niwaan? You got Niwaan in your kitab. Yeah, that makes more sense. What you got in your kitab, man? Liwaan, yeah. What's in the text, in the hadith, in the actual hadith? What's in the hadith? What's there in the hadith? Niwaan or Liwaan? Yeah, the mind got Niwaan, yeah, that makes sense. And in the Shara it says Niwaan, that's why I put me off as I was studying to check it. We change it. You got a pen and pencil. What you got there? You got Liwaan. Liwaan, yeah. What you got there? Oh, yeah, okay, so this is the pen. Let me just change this here, Liwaan. I got Liwaan, that's why I was knocking it off beat. Okay, we'll change this. Okay. So Liwaan means out of enmity, hatred. What you got there in it? So you keeping this so that you maybe will harm the Muslims, right? So that is the one, that is the horse that will be, and in our context, that is the vehicle which will be a burden for you. You want to harm people, etc. Then the second one there, which says, okay, that is the one, Niwa'an, right? Niwa'an ala Ahli Islam, to harm the people of Islam, right? Maybe you are an oppressive person, you're rude to people, you knock them out of the road. You got a big 4x4, you want to pump people out of the road, right? People must give way when you come, etc., etc. So that means Niwa'an ala Ahli Islami, right? فهي له وزر وأما التي له ستر. The one sitr is like a curtain for you. رجل ربطها في سبيله. That one which you keeping it in the path of Allah Ta'ala. لم ينس حق الله في ظهورها. He does not forget its right with regards to its back. ولا ركابها, and it's riding it. فهي له ستر. This is a shield from the fire of Jahannam. So, I'm going to give you a chance to do. If you don't listen to what I'm saying, here in the Shara, he says here, it doesn't mean here that this is the one kept for jihad. This is the one to kept for the khidmat, to help the people. So you have an extra vehicle that sometimes some family members' vehicle is broken down. Somebody's coming from the airport. The Jamaat is going out. So they need a vehicle. Somebody needs to go to madrasa. You're going to help them. You're going to give them your bakkie to go to madrasa, whatever. Refers. So fi sabilillah is general. Doesn't mean particular jihad. Remember that now, ne? The second one is you have a special, Allah Ta'ala has blessed you. So sometimes some people need it, right? So see, fi sabilillah, it just means for the khidmat of Islam, to use it in general good work. To help Allah fi awni al-abdi ma kana al-abdu fi awni akhihi. Allah Ta'ala is in the assistance of his servant as long as his servant is in the assistance of his brother. So he keeps this horse ready for any good thing. So that was fi sabilillah, right? So it's general. It's general good deeds, any good deeds, right? Jihad will be the next one. So here where it says that he fulfills the right fi riqabiha. So لم ينس حق الله في ظهورها ولا رقابها. He does not forget the right of Allah Ta'ala in its back and neither in its riqab. So here Imam Abu Hanifa says that this refers to zakat. The right of Allah Ta'ala here refers to what? That's why Imam Abu Hanifa said there's zakat on horses as well, right? Then the third type of horse is this here, which for this reward, etc. You made it a waqf. Waqf means like you designate it, right? For the sake of Allah Ta'ala. And in this context here, fi sabilillah means for jihad in the path of Allah Ta'ala. Fi marjiha refers to open paddocks. So normally, like in previous times, there used to be designated grazing places for the horses of jihad, a specific paddock for the horses of jihad. So from this also you see there's so much reward, as the hadith say, that in its every grain of food that it eats, every drop of excreta that it drops, every drop of urine that it urinates, there is reward for it. So much, such a noble act it is to keep the horse in jihad, right? Are you with me? See there, which is إِلَّا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ عَدَدَ مَا شَرِبَتْ حَسَنَاتٍ قِيلَ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ, right? So إِلَّا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ عَدَدَ آثَارِهَا وَأَوْرَاقِهَا حَسَنَاتٍ وَلَا مَرَّ بِهَا صَاحِبُ عَلَى نَهْرٍ. When it passes a river and it drinks فَشَرِبَتْ وَلَا يُرِيدُ أن يسقي إلا كتب الله عدد ما شربت حسنات. Right? Then this word tiwalaha. Yeah, what's it? Tiwalaha. What's it word that you got? So basically, stamp on you get used to it. Yeah, ولا تقطع tiwalaha فاستدلت شرفا أو شرفين. Tiwalaha refers to the rope that you use to tether it. Sometimes it breaks free and it runs away. And then even the difficulty you experience in it running away and then you retrieving it, there will be reward, because it's all for a noble cause. First, from istana al-istinanu means to run, to flee. Sharafan, high place. So when it breaks free from its rope, tiwalaha, taqta'u tiwalaha, it breaks its rope and it runs away. And then obviously the owner is inconvenienced. He needs to retrieve it, etc., etc. Even in that there is reward for him. Right. So I think we've covered all the difficult words there. Just go through it again and see if anything is up clear. Just quick scan the whole hadith and see if anything I think we covered. Then okay, then the last part there he speaks about فالحمر. So the hadith say ما أنزل علي في الحمر شيء إلا هذه الآية, that nothing has been revealed to me with regards to the donkeys except al-fazatul jami'atu, the general principle that if you do it for a good reason, then there will be good for you. If you do it for a bad reason, then there won't be any reward for you. Right? Just check the hadith. You see, for everything is clear. Is anything unclear? I think we covered everything. Everything is clear. You got the meanings of everything. Okay, read the next hadith, inshallah. Allah accept. So that hadith is a very, very severe warning for those people who do not discharge the zakat. And obviously, Nabi also spoke about the well that was prevalent in that time. in today, if you got zakatable wealth, so obviously it will be applicable to that. And also Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave us some nice, beautiful advice here with regard to your conveyances. And the conveyance show what the result of that will be, that you just want to show people. Then you got the conveyance which you kept for the khidmat of the khalq, for the khidmat of the community. And then you got the conveyance that you want to use it yourself. You have other people, the jama'ah, somebody is in distress, somebody needs to rush to hospital, somebody needs to take the family to hospital, etc. That's fi sabilillah. Ne? And then the last one is the ones kept for jihad. In our context, obviously, we speak about modern armory, modern your gun, your machine gun, etc., etc. Right. So very severe warning for those people. Look at the next riwayat, inshallah. Also very, very severe warning. Read the next one, inshallah.
وعنه رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من أتاه الله مالا فلم يؤدي زكاته مثل له ماله يوم القيامة شجاعا أقرع له زبيبتان يطوقه يوم القيامة ثم
يطوقه. I got مجهول يطوقه. What you got in there? Loud. What you got? يطوقه. Okay, carry on.
يوم القيامة ثم يأخذ بلزمتيه يعني شقيه ثم يقول أنا مالك أنا كنزك ثم تلا ولا يحسبن الذين يبخلون.
Okay, the severe warning. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعنه also narrated on the authority of Abu Hurairah قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said من آتاه الله مالا, who Allah Ta'ala is blessed him with wealth, any wealth, and here obviously we speak about zakatable wealth, right? فَلَمْ يُؤَدِّي, the harf illa drops off because it's in halate sakin. He does not discharge zakat, or he discharge zakat, whatever he's got. مُثِّلَ لَهُ مَالُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, then that wealth will be given the form on the day of Qiyamah. So here, like I told you, although Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam particularly spoke about the wealth was prevalent in that day, but in today's day and age, we also got other type of wealth which you pay zakat on, like I told you, cash, or anything which you bought even with the intention of reselling it. There is malik ijarat, ne? Look, man, that you have to pay zakat on. If you bought 10 monkeys that you want to sell it, then it is malik ijarat. It's goods of trade. And you can sell a monkey, it's permissible in Islam. If you sell a guard dog, that's also goods of trade. If that alone equals to the value of nisab, of zakat, or that in conjunction with other assets, you got it one complete here, and you have to pay zakat on it, right? Are you with me? So whatever it is, to be given under a formula of the day of Qiyamah, shuja'an aqra'. It will be given the form of a bald snake, right? Lahu zabibatani, and it will have 2 fangs, right? Yutawwaquhu, it will like strangulate him on the day of Qiyamah. ثم يأخذ بلحظمتيه, and it will take him, it will grab him, right? It will grab him by his لحظمتيه, by his 2 cheeks or his 2 sides, shidqai, right? ثم it will strangulate him, to bite him and say, ثم يقول أنا مالك, I'm the wealth that you were so over impressed with, that you didn't want to pay zakat. أنا كنزك, I'm your treasure. ثم تلا, the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam recited this verse here to back up what he said. ولا يحسبن الذين يبخلون, what is that? ولا يحسبن الذين يبخلون. Everybody. No, the ones who are stingy with their wealth, they shouldn't think it's going to be benefit them, it's going to be to their benefit or whatever. It's going to come back to warn them. So shuja' yeah, is with a dhamma on the sheen. Or it could read with a kasra. Everybody. It refers to a male snake. Aqra'. And it refers to, Aqra normally refers to bald. So amongst the Arabs, there was like a bald snake, which was very, very poisonous and venomous.
Okay, everyone. What is the first one?
Yeah, those do you think that by not paying zakat you're saving money, but actually you are harming yourself, right? So this explains here lahu zabibatani. This type of snake, maybe it was found in the deserts, whatever. Zabibatani means ma nuktatani. There's two black dots. So Dani folk about his eyes.
So you get many words that will help. While you read
So it's mentioned here, it is like from the worst, like the most venomous and poisonous snakes.
Now, then, now you got and
so it will grab this person by his two sides and it will punish him, bite him, strangulate him. Every time is up. What period you have now? Muslim 2, okay, Muslim 2.
You expected it to be in the asking me that taking out the extra word is gonna be pretty.